Welcome, everyone, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Invited guests, please join me in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem by Aseta Tukana.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched with so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. I am Madison Monroe, and it is my pleasure to welcome everyone. This is an important moment as we seniors end a chapter in the story of our lives, and we're happy that you are here to share it with us. Rancho Cotate is a part of who we are today, and I wish the best of luck to everyone in their futures. I would now like to introduce the Rancho Cotate High School principal, Dr. Louis Gansler.
I, too, am honored to welcome you to the Rancho Cotate High School graduation commencement ceremony. The class of 2021 represents the 54th graduating class from this school. We are commemorating these students' total school experience as we celebrate this major milestone in their lives. We are honored and excited to be here, and our staff joins you, parents and friends, in pride for their accomplishment. I am pleased to introduce our honored guests, Dr. Myra Perez, Superintendent, Dr. Lucelena Perez, Assistant Superintendent, our Board of Trustees, Leffler Brown, Chrissa Gillies, Joe Cimino, and our new Chief Business Official, John Bartolome. I would like now to recognize the valedictorian for the class of 2021, Johnny Leung.
Hello, all. Hello and welcome to all who have come today to honor the dedicated graduates of the class of 2021. Before I begin, I would like to thank my family as well as my predecessor, Nabil Khoury, who all have not only inspired me academically, but who have also been essential to my success. And near and dear to my heart, I would like to thank my best friend, Priscilla Yee, for all the endearing memories she has shared with me over the past 2 years. It is my pleasure to be speaking today upon the stage that, just 3 short years ago, I watched my brother deliver a speech as one of 9 valedictorians. I remember thinking back then that there was no way I could achieve the coveted title because there was probably going to be some kid who would throw away their mental sanity to be valedictorian. Unfortunately, that kid was me. Anyway, as much as I'm expected to provide blanket advice for moving forward in life, or tell you to cherish your loved ones, I'm not in a qualified position to do so. Quite frankly, I don't really know what I'm doing either. I am, however, able to share this Poggers moment with all of you. We actually did it. We have all managed to surpass what has been one of the most distinct and impactful crises in modern history. And we did it with flying colors. I would like to say that Rancho has seen the most graduates going into 4-year institutions in this class, with many more pursuing further education and career pathways. With as much admittances as there were, there is no doubt of the academic rigor, competition, and dedication these students can offer down the line. Although, as we look back, it is important that we recognize that this graduation represents so much more than just the sum of our academic accomplishments throughout the education system. Rather, we gather here today to celebrate the culmination and growth of our personal strengths and achievements from birth through adolescence. At the onset of distance learning, this class had been forced into a strange form of independence and self-reliance that forced many of us to mature much faster than we were supposed to. It is through this maturity, however, that sets our class apart from the years prior, and I believe that those of us who have adapted well are going to find success in the future. That being said, we have pushed through the mountains of obstacles and have faced uncertainty with conviction. Not just us as students, but the parents and teachers who have also adapted and cooperated with us in times of need, which ended up being the entire year. Even though, from my understanding, many students have grown apart from education this past year, these unfortunate circumstances have pulled the community closer as we have yearned for a sense of normalcy and togetherness. Looking forward, it is with great honor that I, on behalf of my classmates, bid farewell and seal this chapter of our lives. I think it is important that, while we move on, we remember the moments of our high school experience that define us, even if that experience was cut short. Thank you. The tradition at Rancho Cotate is that the senior class nominates the teachers that they would like to speak at their graduation. We're honored to have Mrs. Jessica Holman and Ms. Gina Dassau-Guillory as our teacher speakers. These teachers have touched the lives of so many of the students sitting here today.
Good evening, Cougar community and graduates. It is my honor to deliver a commencement address this evening and to impart some wisdom in the form of an ABC book, which has been a notorious assignment for the 22 years I taught English, and of which this graduating class was the last to endure. A, are you happy? This turning point, spoken by Clarice McClellan to Guy Montag in Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, changed his life, as it should yours. Constantly ask yourself if you're happy. Not a fake smiley happy, but truly in your heart happy. And if you're not, make changes. It's never too late. B, beholden. Mrs. Henry Lafayette Dubose, the Finch's neighbor in To Kill a Mockingbird, wanted to die, quote, beholden to nothing and nobody. This life advice can be translated to, the more you accomplish yourself without others' help, the prouder you'll be of your accomplishments. They'll mean more to you than if someone paved the path for you. But if you do owe others for their kindness, repay their generosity any way you can. C, canned food drive. Remember your philanthropy. Consider those with less than you and help them out. There are opportunities everywhere to help others. D, dream. Walt Disney once said, if you can dream it, you can do it. If you are able to envision the goal, you are able to mark the steps towards its completion. E, education. Now that you have the basics down, what's next? Remember that on average, the more educated you are, the more opportunities you will have. F, figure it out. When someone tells you to figure it out, that really means you have all the resources you need to find the answer. If you honestly don't know, ask someone. If they don't have an answer, they may know who does. G, get out. No, really, get out of Rohnert Park. It's important to remember where you're from, but explore the world and all it has to offer. H, hope. William Golding teaches us in Lord of the Flies that without hope, we are in trouble. Without Simon, Golding's symbol of faith, all hell breaks loose on the island, and only adults, Golding's symbol of a higher power, can save mankind. It doesn't matter if your faith is in a higher power, humans in general, or yourself. It's important to keep your hope strong to stay on the right path to success. I, interests. Find new hobbies. Have a life outside of school and work. Be around people who are passionate about your passions, and your life will remain fulfilled. J. I thought about singing Journey's 80s power ballad, Don't Stop Believin', but decided instead that J is for justice. Civil War abolitionist Wendell Phillips stated, the first duty of society is justice. You are now part of the society which can work toward this and to make our communities stronger for all of its members. K, know your audience. When writing an essay, creating a poster, marketing a concept, presenting a speech, know who to appeal to. You probably don't speak to your grandmother the same way you speak to your friends, so remember to be professional when necessary and casual at appropriate times. L, learn. Don't ever stop learning. It doesn't have to be through formal education. If you're on a walk and you see a flower you like, download an identifier app. Never heard of steampunk, but it sounds interesting? Look it up and grab some goggles. Don't know how to do something? YouTube does. Check it out and keep your brain active. M, math. Oftentimes, there is more than one way to find the answer. Don't limit yourself when searching for a solution. N, new normal. It's okay to rewrite yourself on occasion. It's okay to break free of those holding you back. Try something new. Make new friends. Make the most of your life through experiences. O, opportunity. Life is filled with opportunity. Don't waste it. Take advantage of it all. You don't know where it'll take you or who's watching to see your success, so never pass up an opportunity. Remember, obstacles provide opportunity. P, plot map. Stick with me here. A plot map starts flat while you're learning the basics. The turning point shoots the plot in a new direction. Action intensifies until it reaches the pinnacle. The problem then is solved, and you get to reflect. If you look at it drawn out, across, up, down, across, you'll notice it's the same shape as a heartbeat. Your life will be filled with learning the basics, introducing conflict, having intense moments, and then being able to relax a bit before the next one comes along. Turning points in one's life should be welcomed. Otherwise, you're flatlined too long, which is never a good thing. Q, question. Always ask questions. The worst they can say is no. R, real life. You know how you've been preparing for real life? The test is next week. S, step up by stepping back. Some of you may be a bit gregarious. If you ever notice that you're the only one in the room talking or the loudest in the group or the one doing all the work, try stepping up by stepping back and letting others in on the conversation. It might not be as natural for them as it is for you, so be courteous and give them a chance to be heard. T, tomorrow. William Shakespeare writes in the tragedy of Macbeth, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and that is heard no more. Basically, he's saying that you should make your mark in society. Be remembered for doing something substantial. Do good, and people will remember. Understanding, you. As Atticus Finch teaches us in To Kill a Mockingbird, you never really understand another's point of view until you walk in their shoes. Remember, your path isn't the only path. There are multiple lanes to the finish line. V, vote. Your voice is your power. Your vote is your power. W, win. You gotta play to win. Live your life. Don't be a bystander during your lifetime. Who knows? You may win a trip to Brazil for the weekend. X, xeric. Of or related to a dry environment. Don't let your life run dry. Nourish it, water it, enrich it. Plant drought-resistant plants. Be resourceful, repurpose, and cultivate the rewards. Why? You get out of it what you put into it. Push yourself toward your goals, big or small, because no one else is going to. It's all up to you now. Z, catching your Z's. According to Shakespeare, sleep, quote, knits up the raveled sleeve of care. It's the death of each day's night, sore labor's bath. Sleep is the balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course. Sleep is the chief nourisher in life's feast. Rest up, Cougars. Real life starts Monday. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you, and be safe. It is now my honor to introduce English teacher Gina Dasso-Guillory.
Good evening, fellow colleagues, families, students, friends, and the class of 2021. It is such an honor to be able to come up here and speak to you all, even though this is the most nerve-wracking feeling ever. I am sure this moment is quite bittersweet for many of you because your life is about to change. You now have in your possession all the hard work that you put into your education these last 13 years. I always tell my students how fast the 4 years of high school pass by, and when I have these students as seniors, all they ever say is, wow, you were right, Ms. Dasso. One thing we can't deny is how this year has been exceptionally different and for many very hard. I can definitely attest to that. Although being positive is what always gets me to see the brighter side of things, and it's always motivating to be able to share that with you all, my students. This class in particular brings me back to many fun times and memories that were made in the classroom. From using modern reality shows as a theme to help interpret the plots of William Shakespeare's Macbeth, to making music videos to the storyline of the Odyssey. Getting to watch some of you reenact scenes in Macbeth with a Polly D and Snooki persona is quite entertaining, I must say. Mahalis and Aiden, I know you enjoyed that assignment. Then the multi-genre projects, dreaded in the beginning by almost every student, but then loved by most at the end. What some students come up with is so creative. Emily and Maddie, I still remember your video you made where you acted out the scene of the witches in Macbeth. It was very humorous. I don't think how much creativity students realize that they have, and seeing a lot of the final products of their work is just baffling at times. I mean, Hunter, I will say this over and over, your artwork is just phenomenal. Just earlier this week, I had one of my students, who is also a graduating senior, come see me in the classroom. She told me how my strict ways helped her get her act together this year in order for her to graduate. This is such a meaningful moment because it shows that we can all accomplish anything we want when we set our goals for ourselves. Nothing is out of our reach. All we have to do is try. Sometimes things may feel like our goals are unreachable, but again, having that positive mentality will help us attain the impossible. High school will always be a moment in life that you will remember no matter how you made your mark. You may have been the best of the best, or maybe you decided to cruise through all 4 years, But the main thing is that you are here now. Many of you have also left a mark in the classroom and an impact on your teachers. As a teacher, I can say that a lot of you have definitely made an impact on me. Sometimes a bond is created with some students that just confirms how much I love my job and how this is where I am meant to be. Like I mentioned earlier, it has been a really hard year, and I have endured so many heartaches recently. And my students always put a smile on my face. Coming to work, or in this year's case, seeing my students on my computer screen always made me look past everything else. All of you are special in your own way. Don't ever think you aren't. Congratulations once again, you guys are freaking awesome. And just like Tupac once said, keep your head up. Felicidades a todos los estudiantes y les deseo lo mejor en su futuro. Thank you y muchas gracias. And I am now pleased to introduce our 2021 Aiden Streeter. Yep.
Hello everyone, my name is Aiden Streeter, and before I begin, I would like to not only thank my family and friends, but the family, friends, and educators that have all had an impact in the lives of every graduate here tonight. Just as no two people are the same, likewise, no two people will ever have the same experiences, the same memories, the same journey. This is something that is marvelous and unique about life, that there is no absolute path, and no correct way of going about the journey. Despite this, there are some emotions and themes that recur throughout the journeys of everyone. Stages of growth, uncertainty, happiness, sorrow, excitement, and mystery. Beyond these, one in particular stands out as being especially relevant over the past year plus. It is the theme of regret. In the heat of the action, high school appears to be a drag. Being required to attend class daily, only to be bombarded with unbearable workloads and responsibilities, all the while trying to balance a social life and family duties. I feel that I can say with some certainty that high school is something that all of us at one point or another despised or disliked. We wanted it to end so that we could finally be free of the burden and go off into the world to do as we pleased. Sure, we understood that by the end of it, we would have some sense of its transient nature and try to make the end of our senior year special. But that felt like a distant future. No one could have imagined that our high school experience would be cut short by COVID-19, taking away most of our junior and senior years, and making the reality of graduating, along with the transition into the adult world, far more pressing. Now, we are at the end of this senior year, having missed traditional activities such as prom, homecoming, conventional graduation, sporting events, in-person instruction, and interaction with friends. All of these were taken for granted, and had we known ahead of time the series of events to take place, we probably would have made some different choices. Maybe spending more time with friends, participating in clubs, playing sports, and just taking in the essence of high school to enjoy the bliss of youth. It all goes to show how in life, we see certain things as concrete and absolute, which decreases our appreciation and value for it. We tend to forget that life itself can be fragile and fleeting. This is applicable far beyond high school. Many people feel this sense of regret, wishing that they would have done something different in their lives. Perhaps taken a chance, conducted themselves differently, or held a loved one a little bit closer. This is why, although everyone will have a different journey in life, it is important to not take anything you have for granted, so that at the end of the day, you can be satisfied with the choices you made and relieved that you lived your life to the fullest. Staying true to your journey, all the while appreciating what the world has to offer, is my challenge to each and every one of you as we go off into the world to achieve great things. Congratulations to everyone in the class of 2021. Next, I would like to invite Trinity Taylor Yamanoa to the stage.
Hey, y'all. First and foremost, I must start with saying how honored I am to be in front of you. After years of watching friends and family walk the stage and envisioning something far off in my mind for the class of 2021, I'm extremely excited to be here today. To begin, I'd like to take you to a completely different world. My esteemed classmates, if you could all go back to freshman year with me, only for a moment. The first hour of the first day of our first year in high school was spent in this very stadium. I think we all pictured ourselves 4 years out, weight off our shoulders and tassels to the left. I would have no doubt called anyone who conjured up this ending in mind for our upperclassmen years crazy. Yet, as our time here at Rancho has come to a close, at the very least, we can look back and laugh at the difference between now and then. As one might go through the details of the difficulties faced entering the oh-so-intimidating high school, I prefer not to cliche, but rather celebrate the privilege we have all had to share the time we did with one another. Friday night lights, water bottle fights in the quad, lunch in the student parking lot are some of the memories we've all been able to make and share together without really realizing we were making them. As many have said and heard, and this year takes the meaning to a whole different level, you don't know what's good until it's gone. These last few months of school have been the most memorable of my life, and I'm sure most of you could say the same. I'm also sure my brothers could attest to the evidence if wanted, but to say I've been micro-level neurotic is fair. College applications, finishing grades strong, and some missed-senior activities could be accredited for, but not until standing in front of all of my fellow classmates did I realize that a lot of that self-inflicted stress wasn't about the things listed. It was about not getting to experience all of those things listed with the beautiful people sitting in front of me, the beautiful people that I have had the privilege of growing up with. The people that walk the track in circles at lunch every day at LJ, the people that freaked out over step-up day and seeing kids we once thought looked so big, the people that have fought for what they believed in and made an impact in a world that we've barely begun to grasp. With all the cons that can be enumerated from this year, I think in the end, class of 2021, we have the biggest pro of all. We have pushed through despite the circumstances and weight of our situation. We have gotten through a year of self-teaching and problem solving. We have experienced a year of pliability and growth that no other American can really say the same for. The future is bright, and if the class of 2021 can get through a year full of adversity and still be sitting on a graduation field, it shows that we are invincible when it comes to shaping our future. One of the most influential people in my family, other than my Baba, shout out to the man that came from Kentucky, is a man by the name of David Goggins. He once said that you have to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. Our circumstances have given us an undisputable edge in that, but now it's up to us to decide what life we're going to make alongside the story. I look forward to standing with you 20 years from now and looking back at familiar faces that I have come to love and respect, seeing the ways you've changed the world and in return, how it has changed us. The one thing I'll ask before I close is that you please continue to learn for yourself and expand your knowledge. Continue to outlove the hate that fills up this world so easily, and continue to be safe in this crazy ride we call life. I may be moving, but y'all know it's this till the end, Cougar Crew. Congratulations, class of 21. We did it.
Graduates, please stand. Dr. Perez and members of the Board of Trustees, I certify that these students have all met the graduation requirements of the state of California and the Cotate Rohnert Park Unified School District. And they have earned their diploma or graduation, or have met the requirements for certificate of completion from Rancho Cotate High School. It is a distinct honor to present to you the Rancho Cotate High School graduating class of 2021.
Students, please be seated. On behalf of the governing board of the Cotate Rohnert Park Unified School District, it is my privilege to accept the Rancho Cotate High School 2021 graduating class and congratulate them on their accomplishments.
Thank you. I am honored to introduce this evening two individuals who have worked in support of our class as our class advisors. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause for their hard work on behalf of the class of 2021. Please welcome the senior class advisors, Kasha Munsky and Jessica Ray.
Good evening. I'm Kasha Munsky.
And I'm Jessica Ray.
We have had the privilege of being the advisors for the class of 2021 throughout their time at Rancho.
We wish you all the best of luck with your future endeavors.
Now we would like to introduce the senior class council members who will be reading the graduate names.
President Madison Monroe.
Vice President Jaden Vallejos.
And Leadership Representative Sydney Petrie. Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it.
Galea Ortiz Martinez.
Jair Guadalupe Macias Guia.
Mitra Anastasia Eva McFerrin.
Alexia Leticia Mancia.
Tatum Joe May Torina.
Travis Manning.
Jordan McElhenney.
Jonathan Medina Vega.
Jaina Mefford.
Dylan Omar Mendez Pora.
Devin Mendoza.
Francisco Jair Mendoza Lobato.
Meilani Camille Menson Porter.
Lily Ann Merida.
Brandon Meza Rios.
Marcos Milano.
Sarai Unique Mims.
Kayla Misi.
Naima Mitchell.
Aisha Jasmine Monzon Lopez.
Adrian Montesantos Garcia.
Kyrie Morrison.
Fernando Morales Alvarez.
Brandon Wynn.
Kaylin Noble.
Chelsea Muro Gutierrez.
Emily Rose Olson.
Michaela Ann Nuremberg.
Elizabeth Maria Robles.
Shelby Rose Newton.
Michelle Narvaez.
Gina Nguyen.
Michael Anthony O'Daniel. Faith Evelyn O'Neill. Alessandro Oliva.
Hunter Wu.
Jimena Olmedo.
Monique Victoria Orozco Alvarez. Audrey Pakula.
Dion Ortiz Martinez.
Luis Angel Padilla Santibanez.
Jonathan Oseguera Vasquez.
James Henry Perkins.
Jesus Angel Pacheco Valenzuela.
Grace Kathy Palace.
Julie Hong Fan.
Kylie Marie Peterson.
Lauren Haley Juliana Petit.
McDoon Philidor.
Raylan Pruitt.
Dana Putnam.
Kaya Gabrielle Quinones.
Madeline Marie Randall.
Carlos Steven Ramirez Gomez.
Xander Logan Reed.
Reese McKenna Remeson.
Robert Reynosa Perez.
Maylin Serena Reyes Hennessy.
Dylan Casey Riley.
Garrett Benjamin Ridley.
Leilani Marie Robinson.
Tyson Dominic Robinson.
Diego Jesus Rodriguez.
Jordan Francis Rogers.
Melanie Guadalupe Rosas Cortes.
Jaime Jr. Roque.
Sofia Daniela Ruiz.
Rachel Autumn Rutherford.
Jose Brian Ruiz. Elizabeth Reese Sage.
Nayeli Maria Salgado.
Urel Sanchez.
Noe Sanchez.
Ruth Galea Sanchez Hernandez.
Anel Eureka Sanchez Hernandez.
Marlan Sanchez Munoz.
Alexandra Sandoval.
Saeed Santiago Reyes.
Mahalis Santaringeos.
Adam Saxton.
Tyler Sykeman.
Javion Kane Scott.
Kaylee Ann Shaka.
Hannah Raquel Sepulveda Herrera.
Jenna Ann Selvage.
Kylena Lauren Rico Smith.
Reagan Nicole Shacklet Mueller.
Alexander Todd Smith.
Brody Joseph Smith.
Alejandro Solorio.
Jonathan David Snyder.
Ashley Giselle Solorio Hinokosa.
Christopher Isaac Soloria Figueroa.
Rafael Soto Oriola.
Johan Solorio Rico.
Christopher Sterling.
Marie Estelle Spalka. Natalie Dawn Stockham.
Christiana Stewart.
Aiden Riley Streeter.
Joseph Ray Swanson.
Samantha Ryans Vonda.
Sina Tawasha.
Ashley Marie Talbot.
Trinity Annalise Taylor Yamanoha.
Brittany Lee Talbot.
Haley Vaughn Turflinger.
Aslam Tekel. Ernesto Alejandro Torres Ponce.
Elenice Kiwaua.
Asena Yvonne Tucana.
Chantel Rose Trescott.
Roger Toogie.
Max Uli.
Cindy Vargas Atrisco.
Spencer Charles Turnbull.
Keegan Okoya Vega.
Yasmin Turner.
Jamie Taylor Volker.
Asaya Rashawn Turner.
Kylie Marie Weber.
Andrew Eduardo Vallejos.
Kyla Ray Whitaker.
Emily Nailani Bobel.
Priscilla Yee.
Amber Aline Yam Acosta.
Graduates, please rise. Students, you may now move your tassel to the left. It is my distinct privilege and honor to present to you the 2021 graduates of Rancho Cotate High School. Honor Guard, please rise. Students, the Honor Guard will lead you out. Parents, friends, and families, please exit in the front entrance and meet your graduate in the front of the building. Thank you so much for coming and congratulations.